Well. Welcome to the greatest show on Facebook.
And the fastest guy on the internet, Scott Gibbons.
Yeah. Welcome to the Florida Kayak Bass Trail Tuesday Night Live edition. We need to come in with a good intro, guys. That's what we need to do. Sean, Todd, and us. We need to come in with a catchy intro, whatever that might look like.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah. Now you see my fish, now you don't, because I don't catch them. So we let some people. We got Scott on here. He's always first to hop on. Amy Brown, hello. How are you doing? We got quite a few people hopping on and watching. Drop your name in the comment section below. Say hi and where you're watching from. You say, "Oh my God, it's coming back." I had to shave it. So the theory behind, in a minute, Sean. Yeah. The reason I shaved it is because I hadn't caught a limit, and I was struggling out on the water. So I was like, I'm going to shave my mustache and see if that helps. I caught a limit on a lake I never fished before. So I'm growing it back now.
I'm just going to shave my head off. Shave my head.
Hey, guess what? I'm going to shave my mustache and my head bald for Hartwell. With a toboggan. I'm going to shave it all. Eyebrows, Silence. Everything. So, where are you going, Sean?
I'll be back.
Okay. We got 8 people watching. We'll wait. Before we get started, we'll wait till around 10 to 15 people hop on. And, yeah. We have Todd, Ezekiel watching. Nick Slam just hopped on. What's going on, guys? Hold on. All right. Well, pretty much do what now?
Nothing. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty much what we're going to go over today and cover is obviously we're going to do a Lake Apopka, the Open. We're going to do a quick recap on that, how everything went. Kind of address who the winners were from that and how that unfolded, and then we're going to jump into the Lake Istokpoga event that's coming up April 8th, right? I didn't get that wrong. I'm pretty sure it's April 8th. Yeah, so we're going to talk boundaries, rules, and everything in regards to that, and then we have a big announcement that we're going to drop at the end, before the end of the show. We're going to bring up, drop a big announcement, and then, we'll open it up for some questions. And then, we're reaching towards the end of our trail, guys. We got 2 more main events. We have Istokpoga and Tannerock are going to be our 2 main regular season events. And then we're going to have our club championship on Orange Lake, which is going to be a really good time. So the next 3 lakes are going to be, good fisheries for sure. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we get some max participation, reach that over 40 angler mark for these next couple events. So some of those anglers that haven't been able to fish some of the events throughout the year can get their 3rd and final event to register them for AOI. I know there's a tight running for AOI right now. So we can we'll go over that one more time. If you want to pull that up, or I can pull it up, it's fine. Can you pull it up on Fishing Chaos and share the link, Sean?
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll go over. Only got one at Poga last week with Scott. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time for sure. I've never fished Istokpoga, so I'm gonna be going up Saturday. So if you guys plan on pre-fishing or anything this weekend, drop a comment in the comment section. I'll be there Saturday. I'm not sure where I'm gonna launch from or even where I plan on fishing.
I'll be there on Saturday.
You will?
Yeah, Saturday the 8th.
Oh. I'm going to be there this Saturday, Todd. That doesn't help. So I'll be there this Saturday. If you plan on pre-fishing, you want to link up and kind of tackle it together, by all means. We can go tackle and catch no fish together. That's fine. We can do that for sure.
And I'll have it up here in a sec.
No worries.
Good to go?
All right. So right now, first place, we got Conrad Benetti. In a close second and third, we have Thomas Woodring, Chris Mitchell, and Robert Phillips. So all within reach, right? So Conrad has 2 first place finishes, and then his third one is I'm not sure what his place was in his third event, right? So Thomas Woodring with a win this weekend on Istokpoga or a win in Tannerrock could do some damage, right? He would be ahead by, what would that be? Like 9 points if he won in Istokpoga or Tannerrock. That would push Woodring into first place by just less than 10 points, and then Mitchell would have a chance there too if he pulls out, or if Mitchell won an event, he would be down by 3 points. So that's a tight race up at the top. Nathaniel Holly, Fred Anderson, John Fennell, myself, Evan Fracasso are tied in 8th. And then, Fracasso's in 9th, and then we got Dave Fields and Sean Woodham tied for the top 10. Those are your top 10 for AOY. If you guys want to find out where you're at on the AOY standings, you guys can go to Trail/Club, and you can look under Trail and Series, and you can see it. Series standings right there. Click the Florida Kayak Bass Trail regular season. There you go. And Scott, so how many go to the championship? We have 70 members that are signed, or 71 members for the Florida Kayak Bass Trail. All 71 members are eligible to compete in this year's championship. Next year is going to be a much different AOY points race and qualifications for the championship. When we made the rules early on into the trail, we had about 35-ish members at that time, and we had already put in the rules that all members would be able to qualify to fish it. So we're not going to change the rules up this year, but next year we are going to have different qualification standards, and we'll be addressing those during the off season, so everyone's aware. But again, even though we have 70 anglers that are eligible, or that could eligible to fish it, not all 70 are most likely going to sign up. So we're trying to maximize the participation for that championship so that we have a good turnout and high payouts. It's going to be a 2-day event as well. It's going to be $100 entry fee for a 2-day event, $50 for each day, and all anglers fish both days. So, and it's going to be your best 5, correct, Sean? For those 2 days.
Best 5. The best 5 each day, or best 5 for both days total?
It's going to be the 10 overall biggest bass over a 2-day period wins.
Yep. So your best 5 for each day.
5 on Saturday, 5 on Sunday.
Yep.
And cumulative total.
Yep. Your best total. Yep. For those 5 fish. Did that answer any questions on that we can answer ahead? I know Scott had that. Is there anyone else that might have any questions in regards to that? We really want to see you guys come out and put a showing at Istokpoga and Tannerrock. For Tannerrock, we are going to have Van Hunks out there. We are going to reserve picnic. There's a bunch of gazebo. There's a very large gazebo on picnic where we're going to host we're going to have a cookout. I mean, Van Hunk's going to be there. And I'm working out the specifics with Tannerrock now. There's a good possibility that we won't have to wait in that long line, that you guys will just have to check in with me and I verify your fishing license, and then you'd be able to go to your lakes. But I don't quote me on that. I'm working the specifics with the Tannerrock management to make sure I iron out all those details. And I will let you guys know the specifics once that comes a little bit closer to time. So, all right, we got 10 folks on here. We can kind of we'll go ahead and start off with the Istokpoga recap. So we had 22 anglers that came out and fished the Open. We had 6 non-members that came out there and fished, and the individual who won the Open, John Hicks, is not a member. and he came out there and put on a showing. He caught a 23 and a quarter was his largest fish that he caught. He also won big bass. So he caught a 20 and a quarter first thing in the morning, and Todd had to DQ it due to him not having his FKB, the identifier in the photo. But that didn't stop him. He still went out there and caught 86 and a 3/4, I think. 86 and 3/4. And if that 20-inch was to count, he would have had right at 91 inches total, which is awesome. So glad that, the Open allowed someone that was a non-member to win it. That was awesome. It was his first kayak fishing tournament ever. I will say he used my catch board to win. So I'll take credit where credit's due on that. But second place, no surprise, Mr. Thomas Woodring was no, I lied. Dave was
Myers.
in second place. My bad. Dave Myers was in
with
second
81
place.
inches.
Yeah, David Myers was in second place with 81 inches. He was actually riding the top of the leaderboard, him and myself, for the majority of the morning. I'm sorry. One of my dogs is barking. So David Myers came in second with 81 inches. Pretty solid day out on the water for him. And then in third place with 80 was Thomas Woodring with a solid showing. And then fourth place was myself, 78.75 with a 19 and a quarter kicker. And then Nathaniel Holly was fifth place with 78 and 3/4. I outkicked him with my 19 and a quarter. Sorry, Nathaniel, but had to do it. And then big bass, John Hicks with 23 and a quarter, David Fields in second with 18, and Nathaniel Holly in third with 17 and 3/4. Goes to show I didn't buy big bass and I caught a 19 and a half. That would have put me in second, but it is what it is. It was a good time. Never fished the lake. A lot of the anglers that went out there hadn't fished it in a while. It was tough, right, Sean? It was a hard. It was hard to catch a bite after about 10:30 in the morning for me, and I think I got that same consensus from all the other anglers. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I got all 4 of my bites were before noon. 2 of them were 11 inchers, and the other 2 I didn't land. So it was tough for me. I struggled as per norm this year. Not anything out of the norm.
Fishing's been tough. I mean, my goal starting out, and I'm sure a lot of the other anglers' goals in our club, is literally just to catch a limit. And it's been tough for me. I don't know if it's the way I fish now that I have a motor, being differently, just trying to cover more water. But I caught a limit on a lake I hadn't fished, didn't pre-fish, never fished it before. I caught all my fish in a 20-yard area, and I didn't leave it all day. Well, I did leave it, but when I went there and fished it, I fished it with that fluke, and I caught all my fish literally within 2 isolated areas of grass.
Yeah, like we were joking about it earlier. Me and Bailey flip-flop experiences because he was literally throwing the same bait as Kissimmee as I was and wasn't catching them. And like literally, we're probably, 50 yards apart, throwing the same bait. Like I had a bigger Tennessee Shiner fluke on than he did. Then I did downsize to a smaller one. I'm literally throwing the same bait and the same type of cover, not getting a bite. And he's over there catching one. I think he caught 7 or 8 fish over in that spot.
I caught quite a few fish in that spot. Just nothing of that can get. I missed 2 that would have been first thing in the morning that would have been probably in the 16 to 18 inch range. They were 2 really good bites. And then it just like a light switch turned off. And I mean, Wendy put up a 20 and a quarter like first thing in the morning, right? So we knew that there was a good bite that was gonna that there was a good bite. Mm-hmm. People were catching fish. I caught quite a few, just not anything that would cull after noon, I would say. So it was a good time. We had a really good turnout after the event. We all put in at 2 different boat ramps. We had a cookout, like a little grill out there across from the boat ramp. I think we had like 16 people show up to that event. We had some hot dogs. We just talked and fellowshiped, had a good time, shared some stories, met some non-members, talked with them. Hopefully that encouraged them to come along and participate in future events coming down the road. So that's awesome to see. It was just a good time. That's what when I envision fishing in a club, that's exactly what comes to mind is meeting up afterwards, talking for an hour or two, eating some food, and learning from
There's
one
some
another.
great ideas for the future opens.
Yes,
One bait only future opens. So we
Yep.
already got the first two lined up. Frog
Right.
only, and then swim bait only is going to be the next
Yep.
one, and then
Right.
we'll go speed
And
worm only afterwards. Just for
when it's a swim bait, is it like
I think if
like a
Woody's on
raised
here, I'd
tail
love
or
to
a
say
tech?
we said 4 ounces or above, but I think Woody said like 3.5 or 3 3/4, so he could throw his G rat. So
That's like a $600 rod and reel setup, if not more.
no, you can we'll go down like 2 ounce. It'll be like a flipping stick.
Yeah. But we also did come up, and we want to shoot this. Having these opens and having people coming in and talking and sharing ideas on what they envision this club to kind of provide the angler. There was great ideas brought up about the boat ramp beatdowns, the Calcutta style tournaments that are going to happen kind of after the trail season ends and the open season starts. There's a team aspect that we might try to throw in there and see how that works. A 2-man team, best 5 or best 10, however that goes. A bunch of details with that, but also, what are your guys' thoughts on potentially doing a month-long tournament, virtual tournament, to where it's a club thing where you pay. Again, we're not going to add. We're not sure on the price. We want to make it to where it's cheap enough for people to want to do it. If you what are your guys' thoughts on potentially doing that? If you guys want to try something out, drop a comment in the comment section or send us a message and let us know. But there's some things that we're wanting to try. We want to do some different things and see how it works out, and what better time to do that than in the off season to potentially have some excitement in next year's regular season, or potentially increasing the length of our regular season from the 7 regular season events and having the 8th event being the championship to having more events, increasing that month that trail season out too. We're open to those suggestions. Just yeah, comment, reach out to us, come to the post event meetups. We can talk there. Again, we're all open to your ideas. We want to make this fun and exciting, and it already is fun and exciting. But there's different ways that we can, increase. If that's increasing memberships, if that's increasing, payouts, all that. Just let us know, and we're game. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, Lake Apopka was awesome. I enjoyed it. I'm actually looking forward to going back out there and fishing when it's not chocolate milk.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I had a blast. It was a good time just getting new people out there with the group. I mean, I was, like I said it beforehand, even though I looked grumpy afterwards, I was just going out to fish and have fun and kind of.
I enjoyed judging them. I felt kind of bad having to DQ a couple, but overall, it was great.
Right. Yeah, no, it's awesome. And we appreciate you, Todd, for taking the time to judge those fish. And again, it's saving us money to where we can use that money to go towards increasing, the overall payouts too. Us doing that is that's saving us money to put more money back into our members' pockets. And so Fred Anderson said this. He made a comment below. A monthly with select lakes only close to most people, that way that we can avoid some going to their honey hole. Yes. So yeah, that would definitely be select lakes for the open in certain regions of Florida. These are the lakes that would be open. Yeah, that's a good idea. So Tanner Rock is off the list. I'm assuming that's where Frederick was coming at. I can't go to Tanner Rock and no, it will most likely be lakes that will be on our trail for next year. So that'll give you a chance to kind of pre-fish those lakes to kind of determine like a plan of action. So
we'll just look at everybody's addresses and make them go to a lake within 10 miles of their address.
No, so Kissimmee, Harris, Claremont, Winter Garden, or the Winter Haven chain, or whatever. Is it the Winter Haven chain? I believe, yeah. The
Claremont chain,
Claremont chain, yeah.
Winter Haven chain, Harris chain, Kissimmee chain.
Lake Tarpon only, and Lake Ida.
But yeah, no, that would be awesome. We'll definitely we're gonna drop some of those things into the members only page, into the public page, to get your guys' feedback on some possibilities for some events that go on next year. But I'm looking forward to potentially the team aspect of it, doing some team tournaments that Nick's throw it in there, to where you can do an individual and a team thing to kind of, test that out. It could be fun. It could be interesting for sure. So
you could do it in a bracket style, a 2-on-2.
I like it.
Where whoever wants to get in, they don't even pick their teammate. We can draw them out of a hat.
Yeah, it would be random. You would go into a pool where I was thinking about it was going to be like an all-star, like doing an all-star break where we do a month where it's a team, an individual and a team tournament where it's like kind of like the all-star. So, yeah, it'll be fun. It's gonna be good. And man, our goal, I don't know if you guys have heard, our goal for next year is to reach that 100-member mark. So we need to really start reaching out to some of these anglers that are across the state of Florida that, participate in other clubs. I encourage them to come out and try our club, just like I encourage, members of our club that already are going out and participating in multiple other clubs across the state of Florida. There shouldn't be just one set trail that you fish, right? I'm trying to get out and go fish some of the Slay Nation, some of the Bass Nation events. I highly encourage that. It gets you more access and more experience on lakes all across the state, and opportunities to become a better angler and compete against anglers from all across the state. So I'm looking forward to it. I say I want to do it. I have a lot of time that I got to devote to you guys and to the club, so it's hard. But I know I fish in a Bassmaster event on Lake Hartwell in April, and a couple KBF events here later on in the year, and then Slay Nation. I'm going to go fish a couple of their events. One of their opens on Toho, and then hopefully some of the Central Bass Nation events. I would love to go fish. So. Yeah. Now, not chick. So we can kind of go ahead now, if there's nobody's kind of popping questions into the chat down there below, we can go ahead and jump into the Istokpoga tournament, rules and boundaries and stuff for everyone so that they can, pre-fish. It's fairly simple. Sean's going to break it down here, and then we're going to do some introductions here in a minute.
Let's see. You guys got that?
It's there now.
All right. Hey, so like Istokpoga, really the boundaries, and I'll zoom in on them here in a sec, but you got Arbuckle Creek up in the north central. You can go up Arbuckle until you hit the railroad tracks, and the same with Josephine out here to the west. And I'll go ahead and zoom in on those. Then you have also the canal. If it's a lag.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit, Sean.
Super slow.
Yeah, Sean, your internet is lagging. Yeah.
Let me close out some of these windows. You guys good now?
Yeah.
All right, so you have the CSX Transportation Railroad tracks up Arbuckle Creek to the north. That's going to be your boundary up Arbuckle Creek. It's real damn on this FWC app, which is running slow, so I can show you. Great. I'm pretty delayed, right?
Yeah. You can just close it and talk it out.
I apologize. I'll hop off of here. Yeah.
You can just talk about it.
All right. Hey, so Arbuckle. Sorry.
They're good.
Yeah, I already have the slide made up. I finished it today just because I had to clarify some things with these guys. But so up Josephine Creek, which is in kind of the northwest corner of the lake, you can go up Josephine Creek, not too far, but you'll hit railroad tracks. That's going to be your boundary up Josephine. Arbuckle, you have a little bit more creek to run up, but you're going to hit the railroad tracks, and that's all the further you can go up. The water's probably up a little bit more. Talking to, I think Chris Mitchell went up that way. He wasn't able to get past railroad tracks, I believe, in low water. You may be able to get past, but that's going to be your boundary. Down in the southeast portion of the lake, you have Istokpoga Canal. You can go down Istokpoga Canal until you run into the little levee, and it's going to stop you from going any further. All right, so that's going to be your boundaries. Now, launches are going to be all public launches on Lake Istokpoga, and if you guys are staying at any of the fish camps, I'm going to allow you to launch from any of the fish camps. But if I think we only have one angler that lives nearby to Istokpoga, but if anybody lives on Istokpoga, you can't launch from your backyard right into the lake. You have to go to either one of those public launches. They're going to be all open, or one of the fish camps that may have a fee associated with that boat ramp. I think most of them are for about $3 from what I looked on the FWC boat ramp finder. And those are going to be eligible launches if you're staying at those fish camps. And even though I think you got Henderson Fish Camp, I think up in the Northwest, I think it's open, $3 fee. Yes, I'm tracking Robert Phillips. Any public or private commercial fish camp is going to be eligible to launch from. Some of them may have pay associated with them. If you look on the FWC boat ramp finder, you got Windy. I think it's Windy Point down in the southwest corner. Right above it, you have a primitive airboat launch. You guys are probably not going to be able to go out of that one. Maybe you can. I've never used it. There may be water up that shallow, but that's probably one that you probably can't get out of. But any of those public or private commercial businesses that allow you to pay a fee to launch is going to be open. If you guys have any questions about any eligible ramps, just hit me up. I'm going to do a zoom in shot of each one of them that's eligible, and I'll post all the photos right on the members only page. And if I'm missing any, just hit me up and I'll add it if I think it's eligible.
Yeah, and then also the location for the meetup is going to be at which boat ramp?
I believe it's Windy Point. I don't want to tell you the wrong one. It's this southwest massive boat ramp. I think it's Windy Point. Let me pull up Google Maps. I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah, and we'll post that there. There's a gazebo there, so we'll just go ahead and do our post-event award ceremony there at that location.
Google Maps probably share better than FWC site. So you have Windy Point boat ramp down here in the southwest. Is that lagging any for you guys?
It's good right now.
All right, so that highlighted icon down in the southwest portion of the lake, that's going to be the link-up point at the end of the tournament where we're going to do our post-award ceremony. It's a fairly large parking lot and boat ramp with some gazebos attached to it, so that's where we're going to do our post-tournament link-up. So I believe Cypress Isle RV Park and Marina has a boat ramp. I'll double check on that. But if you get on the FWC boat ramp finder, Mossy Cove is an eligible ramp. There's another primitive launch essentially right here. If you look on FWC boat ramp on 621 on Istokpoga Canal off to the east side of the road, you can launch from this spot. It's an eligible launch right here, but there's not going to be there's no boat ramp or anything. It's a primitive launch on FWC. It's publicly accessible, so it's fair game. You guys see that one right beside 621? It's fair game. And there's a few other fish camps right up along here on the east side of Lake Istokpoga. But Henderson Fish Camp's fair game. Then you have a couple launches up by Arbuckle Creek that are fair game. So if you have any questions, FWC Boat Ramp Finder will tell you exactly what ramps provide you access to Istokpoga. If you have any questions, as per usual, just hit me up directly, either by phone or Facebook Messenger, and I'll answer any of your questions.
You can also
I don't know if you guys want to
download the Far Wide app as well.
For sure.
Yep. So just bring some cash with you if you plan on launching. And I know a lot of people probably don't bring cash with them. And I don't know if all those places take card or whatnot. So just bring some cash with
No,
you in case you need to pay for your boat ramp fee. But yeah, there's plenty of opportunity and places for you to launch from. So hopefully we get some max participation out of this one. Our goal is to hit over that 40 angler mark for these last two events, so that we can have some good payouts, some good participation and fun, and good turnout at the post-event meetup and award ceremony. We gave away some torrent baits, some sunglasses, some rogue gear, fishing gear at the open. So, there's items that you guys can get. I have hats. I have the hats you ordered. I have y'all know what I'm talking about, for those of you that were at the open, what time it is and what someone's doing. But I I have the kayak cushions, the hats, and t-shirts. I will have the t-shirts at the Istokpoga event. So please, 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 if you ordered one of those and you're coming to these events, please get with me. Or if you're pre-fishing this Saturday, please get with me, and I will be able to give you everything but your shirts this weekend, because Todd has the shirts. Yes, we will need. I want to hand out these items before our last couple events, so that you guys can rep them and have them. I have some extra cushion covers if you guys want to buy them for a small fee. I'm charging $40 for those if you want them. I'll have them at the events as well. So I appreciate your guys' support. We'll have shirts as well. The club paid or bought extra shirts, so if you guys want one, it's not too late. You can still order them, and we'll be able to give you. We have some extras, right, Todd? Larges, extra larges, and stuff. So
Correct.
yeah, I will have them at the tournament. Or yes, we'll have your hats, Robert, at the tournament. Oh, Todd, is it the new ones?
Yes.
They came in? You forgot an extra 1,000. So do you have them? Did they come in, or are you still waiting for them to get here?
I'll have them this week.
Oh, awesome. I'm excited. So that means I'll have my hats. Let me know how much.
I was just on the messaging with the direct print, my shop. So
Nice.
she's like, they're all done. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, so Todd, Sean, and I, Robert, we created a new hat. I showed it to you guys throughout the last couple lives. We got some to rep. So if you guys like them, we're going to be wearing them at the next couple events. If you want one, reach out to Todd. He can get you hooked up with an order. If you guys like them, we're going to put together an order for the club. And those are some of the merchandise that we're going to give, or that we're going to provide to you guys. A little bit higher. Yeah, there you go. That's the logo. The shirt or the hats can be printed different. It can be done differently, but that's the logo. And Todd has a plethora of hat styles and colors that you can do. Correct?
Yeah.
So.
We can even do fitted hats or snapbacks or whatever. They can be structured, unstructured. They can be mesh. They can be full. For those that might get their head burnt in the mesh type hats.
What about a bucket cap?
We could do those.
Ooh, I might do that. I might do a bucket cap too. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. No, Todd, I appreciate you taking the time and putting that together for us. He designed that logo, and he helped us design the original Florida Kayak Bass Trail logo. So he put a lot of effort and energy into that. We appreciate it, and it's growing our brand. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. So hopefully you guys will put in an order, get you a shirt, get you a hat. We're going to do stickers as well. Visors, yeah. Scott, he can do visors. We're going to do stickers, FKBT stickers that you can put on your boat, all that good stuff. So more to come with that. And yeah, the more you guys rep our stuff and the more people will see it, more people ask questions and hopefully join the club and, grow the sport of kayak fishing. So, and with
And
that,
ultimately means more money.
more money, bigger sponsors, bigger payouts. And with that, Todd, kind of segue into a big announcement
Drum roll,
that we
please.
have for our club. And I'll kind of turn it over to Todd and let him do the talking.
So I think y'all remember, I guess last week we talked about we've got a new possible sponsor that's coming on board. And we did get the approval. I don't have all details on all of the prizes that will be given away right now. That's still in the works, but we did get the approval. So Sean P, if you will, throw it up on the board for us, man. Boom! Dakota Lithium.
Hey,
There we
Dakota
go.
Lithium.
So as most of you know, Dakota Lithium really supports the kayak community. They're big supporters of that. They've also big supporters in all of fishing. They have grown their brand tremendously, and we can't be more happier to have them to be able to, promote them and for them to sponsor us going forward this year and hopefully for next year as well. So they're great batteries. I know I've got some and never had one single issue out of them. So, with that being said, let's all get out there and give a big shout out to Dakota Lithium. Thank them and let's support them, the way that they support us in our community.
Yeah. And they're going to support us, I'm sure, in a great way. But also, we're going to bring them on, and we're going to do a question and answer. We're gonna bring them on and kind of do like a product review, some of the things that they have, some of the things that they're going to be pushing out for next year. And yeah, it's going to be a good partnership that we have with them. They're already partnered with KBF and a ton of other clubs all across the country, so they do a ton. I don't know if a lot of you guys have went to the KBF Championship, but they gave away a ton of product. And with our previous, Robert asked, what about our previous sponsor, Amped Outdoors again? And I have an Amped Outdoors battery. They've been fantastic as far as like their product and everything that they've given us. We've just on the back end, we haven't gotten. We've reached out and we're trying to request certain things, and we just weren't able to get that communication kind of knocked down and get things squared away. So in an attempt to make sure that you guys are getting something that we had said was going to happen. Another company stepped up and said, "Hey, we want to be a part of your club, and this is what we can do for you, and this is what we are going to do for you, and then stand by it." That's what we are. That's what we were going to go with. Again, nothing negative to say about Amped Outdoors at all. But Stormy with Dakota Lithium, he is in kayak bass fishing. Like he is, that's like he's very much in debt or like does a lot with the kayak bass fishing. And he can provide us with a lot of support. And also as far as like the accessories and things that they give away to their clubs is just, it's hard to say no to it. And they support the KBF. They support clubs all across the country and in a good way. So we wanted to bring them on to Florida so that they can get their Dakota Lithium down in Florida. So yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all. We, again, like I said, nothing wrong with Amped. There's great people. It's just we weren't getting the communication that we needed in order to provide you guys with product at the championship. So
I think our ultimate goal is for us to look out for our members.
Yep.
And to help our members, benefit from their membership.
Yeah.
In the club.
Yep. Yeah, and in any way that we can do that, we're going to do that. Again, like I have Amped on my boat. I'm going to keep that battery for my electronics because it's amazing. So, but I have a Dakota Lithium power box on my boat that runs everything else, and it's amazing. So, yeah, that's the plan moving forward with those guys. And I'm excited. We got a lot of other sponsors that
In the
potential
works.
sponsors that are in the works for next year. So it's definitely something that you guys are going to be benefiting from being fishing in our club for sure.
We'll put it this way: if we can get one of them, they're probably one of the biggest names in bass fishing. Period.
Yeah,
and we'll leave
Yeah.
it at that.
Yeah, and it'll be awesome. They do a lot, and if we can get them in Florida and we can represent them, it's going to be awesome.
There's actually 2 major brands that we're working on.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good stuff for next year. I mean, we got a lot of great sponsors this year. Don't get us
absolutely.
wrong. Like the sponsors that we've had this year has been phenomenal. Torn Outdoors has been amazing. I mean, 13 Fishing, I don't think you can find a better deal on that they give to any member, right? They give us a very good discount. I mean, Wicked Weights, Rogue. I mean, all these company. Van Hunks has given us a kayak, for God's sake. You know what I mean? Like that's awesome. We need to get Red Bull. My wife is going at Red Bull saying we need to. What's going to be the official drink of the Florida Kayak Bass Trail? It's going to be Red Bull.
Ultra watermelon monsters.
Hard Mountain Dew.
Ooh. We already got little. I'm telling you, I need to get Little Debbie on board, but it's hard. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to get them to sponsor the Little Debbie Award. So
Chris drinks White Claws, so he'll probably try and get White Claw.
No, but are you guys? If you guys have anything in mind, again, we don't want to be a club that has like a million and one sponsors, but I mean, at the end of the day, they're giving you discount codes, and if you guys are utilizing it, that's amazing. Keep utilizing those codes, and supporting those companies that are sponsoring us. That's what makes them want to sponsor us next year, and continuing that partnership. If we can grow their business by providing them with customers, they're going to continue to provide us with stuff that we can give away to you guys. And yes, David Myers, I am working on a sunglass company. We
do have one.
We have one, but we're going to work with a company that specializes in our business, fishing. And there's a couple that we're trying to work with or requesting, I guess, support from or sponsorship with. But it's hard. That's probably one of the toughest ones that we can try to get plugged, at least for me, trying to get sponsorship and plugged into has been the sunglass community, because they've already kind of spread thin with companies and organizations all across the United States and even the country at that. So it's hard to get a good sunglass company to sponsor a club where we have 70 members. And the more members and followers and likes and things that we get on our social media, that data we post and give a packet to them and say, hey, this is our social media, this is our membership, this is our outreach, this is our tournaments, all this stuff. That's what gets those sponsors to come on board with us, is if we can provide them with this data that shows them a benefit to supporting our club. We keep doing that. We keep raising those numbers and sponsorships and our entry fees and members. Then we'll be able to reach out to some of those bigger companies. So I think we're doing great though. First year, 71 members. That blew my expectations out of the water. Averaging over 30 anglers per event, phenomenal. Like that's more than 50% of you guys, of our members, coming out and participating in those events, right? Just amazing that we're able to do that. Consistently.
Definitely far exceeded our expectations. The way it kind of started, like Chris was saying, like we were at like 35 and we're like, oh, well, we're going to probably hover around this number. And now we're at 71 and things have progressively gotten better. And like I always say, it's you guys that make us club what it is.
I agree with David right there.
Reading glasses for us old guys.
Yeah.
I need those sunglasses with the little bifocals in them.
And for that too, Sean, like we want to grow this to reach, you know, 100 is a goal that we have for next year. So hopefully we have some repeat member. I would hope that we have majority of you guys sign up and come on board with us next year. I've had an amazing time, you know, being able to come out to these events, host these events, fish in these events alongside everyone, and then getting to meet everybody has been truly, you know, an amazing experience for me in Florida. This is my first trail that I've been a part of, and it's been nothing short of awesome. And I'm looking forward to the next couple years of getting to do it, growing it, and being sorry. We're babysitting a dog, and it is I guess just gonna come across the screen. So.
But, yeah, for sure. We're always listening to everything you guys are saying, and we're taking it all in. Sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're processing it slower than other times, but we're taking a lot of information in and trying to balance things out and continue to improve the club. So we're listening. We're always listening. Thanks for the input for sure. Because I'm like it's mine and Bailey's first time running this show. Todd's got some experience, but.
Hence, that's why we have Todd. He's silent, but he's deadly, and
he's the mediator between arguments.
Yes, he keeps us level, right? I don't know if you guys know, but Todd is a member and was working on the board, correct, of the KBFTN, right, which is probably one of the largest KBF ambassador clubs in the country, right? You have like over 3,000 members or something.
There's over 4,000.
Yeah,
over 4,000, and I still work with those guys. So it's even though I'm not there, I'm still helping them remotely. You know, with their judging of tournaments and input and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun to be able to help, you know, clubs grow and because we're all here to have fun. You know, we want to have fun. We want to catch fish, and we want to just see people get involved. So it's a lot of fun to see how many new people come on board each year. I got to judge their opener a couple weeks ago, and it was in the 20s. It was snowing in Tennessee during the tournament. So to plug one of our sponsors' personal YouTube pages, I think all of you met Ethan when he came on with Road Fishing. So he started him a little YouTube channel. It's called Jets Fishing Adventures. So go out there, check it out, you know, subscribe to him. And if you check out one of the season opener, you'll see how cold it was out there. And I'll be honest with you guys, I do not miss that one bit because I have been on the season opener when it was snowing like it was there, and it's not fun. But anyway.
And that's a good point next year too for looking at, you know, doing multiple day events kind of throughout the year. The season opener and the closing being a 2-day event is, I think, would be awesome to kind of do that and to try it out. And I watched that video. That is insane. I wouldn't have been on the water. I would have, after day one, I would have been in my car driving back home. After that, I don't deal with cold weather very well. So those guys up there, they're diehards. You know what I mean? And they're sticks and they fish. And Todd doesn't just help out the KBFTN, Bass Kayak Bass Nation, all those clubs here in Central Florida. Todd helps out, right? He provides them with the same services that he provides our club, right? So he's helping people out in all clubs, right? I know you're working with some of the bigger club trails too, right?
So we've done, you know, we do a lot of the checks for the Florida Bass Nation trails. We've done the checks for Tennessee, Georgia. We've done banners for them. We actually did all the checks for the Bassmasters series. So the checks that they received at the Bassmaster Classic this past week, I did all the checks for those. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know, we're very fortunate to have Todd on this team. It's a small team, right? There's 5 of us, so you know, we're grateful to have you and for you to be able to provide us with a level head and making sure that we're not going too far over our head. But yes, FKBT hopefully is his favorite. Yes, I don't see. Okay, I was about to say, I didn't see that comment, but yeah, no, I'm super happy, super excited for the future of the club, and I'm just excited to get out there and fish, if I catch a fish or not. I caught a 19 and a half fish, 19 and a quarter inch fish on Saturday. I was just blown away. I was ecstatic to say the least, and that's what gives me the energy to want to go out there the next day and the next day, right? So if you guys are struggling right now, I know I've seen some posts on Facebook that you're struggling to find that bite. I'm struggling. Sean's struggling. Everyone's struggling, right? But all it does is it takes that one bite, that one fish, that 1, 9, 8, 9, 10 pounder that you're going to catch that's going to reignite that fire and that confidence, and then you're going to go on this this spree of just catching stringer after stringer. So just keep your head down, keep fishing, stay positive, go in there with that positive mindset, and stay focused, because I can tell you right now, I'm telling you this, but it's hard. I know Sean can attest to this. I've been mentally down out there on the water to the point where I'm like, I just want to go home. I seem like I can't catch a fish, right? And then I go out there the next day and I catch 20, and I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe it's not me, but it's just that confidence builder. Go out there, build your confidence, keep your head down, keep fishing, and we'll finish out the season strong, for sure. And our open series is going to be a fun time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And something we did talk about, and I'll bring this up, and then I'll kind of stop rambling, guys. I'm interested, and I'm curious to know if you can, if you're watching this now, or if you're watching this after we end this live broadcast, who in here streams or records their fishing adventures when they're participating in our events? If you do, and you don't mind sharing some of that with us, posting it on our page, we'd love to kind of capture that and share it on our Florida Kayak Bass Trail YouTube channel. We'd love if you guys are out there and you document your tournaments. We'd love for you to share that or post that on our Florida Kayak Bass Trail YouTube page, and kind of share that experience out there with other anglers that might be interested. That could be a way that they can kind of see how the whole tournament process works. I know I'm about to start recording my fishing adventures out on the water. It might just be a lot more of me talking than fishing. But we're going to kind of use that as like a promotion tool for our club and to our sponsors for the next year or so down the road. So we appreciate that. If you guys don't mind doing that, it'd be awesome. And we'll share our YouTube channel and everything on our Facebook page. So, and if you haven't already, subscribe and like our YouTube and our YouTube channel as well. Cool.
What they say?
That's all I have.
Subscribe, like, hit that notification button.
Well, don't hit the notification button.
There's like a little theme on that YouTube thing. You gotta go through all those.
Yeah, but I know myself, Sean. I talked to Chris Mitchell. I'm gonna be rolling Little Debbie promos. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna take a short break, and this segment is brought to you by Star Crunch, the Little Debbie that gets you going. So no, we'd love to kind of get that rolling. I know I gotta go buy a couple of the GoPros. I'm gonna start it. I'm not very good at editing, so that's gonna be a process. But it's definitely something that I think would work in our favor when it comes to new members and sponsorships, because we can highlight them through like promotion videos and their advertisement videos and whatnot as well. So that's all I got. That's all I got to say about that.
You off your soapbox now?
Sorry. I know. My bad. I'm rambling, guys. I'm terrible about it, but I'm passionate.
Nobody's listening when that little frou-frou dog's in your lap.
What you mean? It hurts you. It looks a little creepy, not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's side-eyeing you right now.
It looks like one of those little gizmo dolls that they used to have, little fur dolls with the eyes that used to blink or whatever.
Gremlins?
Gremlins, yeah, that's what it looks like.
I didn't think you were old enough to know about gremlins.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's all I have. We talked about the Lake Apopka Open. We talked about Istokpoga. Registration is open on Fishing Chaos. But yeah, let's thank some of our sponsors. So Van Hunk's Kayaks, amazing. We're looking forward to seeing them out there on Tannerock. Dakota Lithium, 13 Fishing, Wicked Weights, the Kayak Hub. I'm actually going to try to see if I can get the Kayak Hub to come out to Tannerock as well, since they're in the Claremont area, or the Clearwater area. So we'll try to see if we can get them to come out. You guys can meet Daniel and kind of, get to see him. Sticky Fish, if you guys want some apparel, be sure to utilize them. There's a link on our Facebook page where you can go through and buy a hoodie, long sleeve shirt, whatever you want. That is currently there. Torn Outdoors, amazing. I've been using their soft plastics since they hopped on board, and I'm going to be using them on Lake Hartwell. I know Sean and I were going to be throwing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Going to be a lot of pictures hopefully being posted with some huge spotted bass with those Striker 4.0s and 6.0s in their mouth. And then we got, who else we got on here? I'd say Yak Attack. Hey, nothing on my kayak would be attached if it wasn't for Yak Attack. I can tell you that. And nothing would be secured without the Rogue fishing gear. And I wouldn't be able to fish for 12 hours without kayak cushion. I mean, it all goes hand in hand. And then at the end of it, I wouldn't be able to post the checks on the wall if it wasn't for Todd and his company. So, I mean, you know how that goes. They all go hand in hand, and they all work well together. And for you guys, we're extremely grateful for you guys to be able to go out there and support these companies as well. New Canoe, they're sponsoring AOI this year. They gave us $350 cash for AOI. So again, we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to the new sponsors for next year as well. So yeah, that's all I got, guys.
I'm in the search for a new kayak. I'm gonna have to hit up both those guys.
Hey, I'm getting a new one. I think I sold mine, a Apopka. I don't know yet though. I don't know
if anybody's looking for an Old Town, an XI3, it's for sale. I'm getting a new kayak.
And
don't know if I'm gonna get it.
There's another. There is someone. David. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. Real quick. It's going to be Dan Butler is going to be posting a kayak for sale. He's moving to Texas. He's one of our members. He's moving back to Texas, and he's going to be selling his kayak. He's going to be posting it up on our page as well. What
is Dan fishing out of?
Let's see. I don't know what he told me. He just said, "Do you mind if I post my kayak up for sale?" He didn't say what it was, so I told him, "You're more than welcome to. If you guys are trying to sell something or whatever, by all means, utilize that members only page for that reason to, not only for sponsorships
and the public page,
and on the public page. I don't think they can. I don't think they can post on the public page. We need to fix that. I don't know how we can fix that."
No, I'll double check. I'll take a look at it after we hop off here. Now, I'll give my pitch on Dakota Lithium. I don't know. I've ran my Dakota Lithium for probably I did like a 13-hour fishing day and ran my electronics and my lights all day long and didn't run dead. But I'm running a 54 amp, so. And I just wanted to test it. So I ran 2 graphs, live scope, and my lights all day long. I just left them on all day long. And I still didn't run it dead, so probably a little bit.
Robert, is it a 360?
It's like mine. It's the papaya.
Oh, it is.
The papaya.
Yep.
I'm in the market for a new one.
I don't know if I'm a fan of the papaya color.
Oh, I
Gotta
like
go
it.
big orange.
With the right marine mat on it, it looks good.
Yeah, the black.
The black, yeah, for sure. I would agree with that. With the right marine mat, it's pretty fire.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get that new orange color from.
But it's not in 360. It's only in the 180.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know what I'm
doing. I actually know some Hobie shops that have quit selling the 360s because of the issues they've had.
Really?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go the Torpedo route is the way I'm going to go.
Robert never even used it.
Really?
Go,
what year is it?
22, I think.
22? Oh, it's brand new. Yeah.
Well, drop it in the comment section below. Yeah, if you guys have anything y'all want to sell or whatever, utilize that page. That's what the benefit of our club is, right? We can share and sell within. Give each other deals. That's a whole part of the community. I've pretty much given away stuff to people, and that's a whole part. That's the benefit of it. So
just raffle it off, Robert. $100 tickets.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm raffling this off for $100 ticket right here.
I would make a comment, but it's inappropriate right now.
All right, guys. Well, that's all I got. We're right at the hour mark, just over an hour, so I don't think we got anything else. We will be going live the Thursday before
next Thursday
for the live mandatory captains meeting. So go ahead, sign up for Istokpoga. I'm pre-fishing Saturday. If you guys want to link up, send me a message. I'll be out there. I think Harrelson is going to be Daryl Harrelson's going to be out there with me as well. So Saturday I will be out on Istokpoga just poking around and trying to see if I can find a fish or two. So send me a message.
I may join you now since you're going to be out there Saturday. All right. Okay. You guys have a good night. Thanks for joining.
Tight lines. Be safe. Looking forward to seeing you guys at Istokpoga. And have a good rest of your work week, guys and girls.
Later.